Okay, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to give you a familiar picture, of somebody talking with their microphone muted. But just let's get started because I want to share with you my story around you're on mute. Now, I'm going to be very brief here because I only have 8 minutes to share something with you. And I have 8 minutes to share the most important message that I've ever spoken about. I've been in IT for 28 years. I wrote a book in 2019, which I hope you try out and learn a little bit from it. It's a fun book. But most of all, I recently became a coach and a speaker and trainer for the John Maxwell team, and one of the members of his very large team of people that reach out to folks and coach and mentor and help others. Now, you're on mute surely has been the theme for 2020 and 2021. Can you count how many times you've said it or heard it these past 2 years? It becomes a familiar routine, and it's one we've all grown tired of saying. We laugh at others who continually begin talking without being heard until, of course, it's us. That is the ones that are being muted, and then we're not laughing about it anymore. I give a thought to this and how metaphorical it is to our lives, right? You see the people talking, but you can't hear the people talking. Doesn't make a lot of sense to you. You can see their actions, you can see what they're doing, you can see how they're behaving, but you don't understand what they're saying because you can't hear them because they're muted. The learning here is quite simple. In your world, do you want to be seen or do you want to be heard? And if you want to be heard, like many of us, how do you want your voice to be heard? And most importantly, what are you doing to be heard? Now, wherever you are in the world right now, I'm asking one favor. Stop what you're doing right now. Look this way. Look at me. Look at me. Because you may be multitasking, doing something else, just casually listening to this old man share a story. I've been there. I've done it. But I request you to stop for just this moment. Just for a moment to give me less than 8 minutes, about 6 minutes now, to share something that I feel could impact you for a very long time. And I don't want you to miss this message. How many of you are watching this today, but in the back of your mind, you're thinking about all those things that are going on around you? How many of you are dealing with so many things at work or home or your family or friends? How many of you are so busy with a daily schedule that it fills every minute of your time? How many of you deal with team members, bosses, or organizations that don't get along well? And you know that tomorrow morning, you've got a high potential to have another conflict or another debate at work. Well, too many people get far into life and they look back and they say, where did all the time go? And we rarely stop to take time to look at the big picture or what we want to do. Our lives should be more than the years we put into the office, the accomplishments we made at school or at work, or just simple things that we've done around the world. When is the last time you thought about your personal growth and what you want to really do, what you really want to do? Now, it's not about testing or what role you have or what role in IT you have or what things you're doing at home. What do you really want to do? And how would you like to change things if you could change things around you? So today, I want to quickly share with you 3 things that you have the ability to change. And these 3 things are going to make a difference in the way you have never realized in your life and those around you. The first thing you can change is you. We live our lives focusing on me. We're so centered around ourselves. We figure out what school we're going to, who we're going to marry, who we're going to date, what we're going to do, what house we're going to buy, what car we're going to buy, all these different things around us. We have selfies, we have iPhone, iMac, iPad, I, everywhere. But have you ever had that me moment? That moment where you just stopped and realized it's not about me. Now, me, I've had many of them. Several occasions in my life, my birth of my son, getting a new job, becoming a manager over a lot of people, it made me stronger. And I grew to be a better version of myself. So no matter what you're doing right now, look for great ways to grow yourself, not just at work, but in your personal life and in all aspects of you. Because as in my first chapter of my book states, just start it. Because once you see a change in you, then you are ready to help drive change in others. Now, the second thing you can change is those around you. Seek today to become a catalyst for those closest to you at home and work and everywhere. Be the one that takes the high road. Instead of reacting or debating, find a way to work with your team. Instead of saying it's not my job, not my department, give a hand to serve those on your team. Be the one that challenges those around you to be better. Be the one that brings the positivity to your home and your workplace. Be the one that starts the change. Serving others is the most critical way to build better teams and relationships. Now, the third and final thing you can change is the world. Yes, you can change the world. Now, John Maxwell has a new book, and I'm part of his team now. I don't work for him, but I work with him, where he talks about his vision to drive transformation, one table at a time, across organizations, countries, and the world. He says the above. I experienced something so life-changing that I change. I share something so life-changing that you change. And we facilitate something so life-changing that others change. Notice the title of the book that I mentioned is Change Your World, because it all begins with you. And then you plus your friends. And then suddenly you can see that change ripple across your organization, across your teams, and then eventually to the world. We have an opportunity. And making a difference is hard sometimes, but together we can make a big difference. Imagine a world where you go to work and everybody gets along. Imagine a world where everybody's trying to help each other accomplish their goals. Imagine a world where you respect others and they respect you. Imagine a team where the values are so strong you can clearly see them. Imagine a movement so strong that the whole world is affected. You have the potential to be part of this movement, and you can change your home, your work, and your world. I've seen tremendous value in changeyourworld.com. I don't receive a penny for that, nor is it my site. You won't receive financial benefit from it either, but the benefits you're going to receive from joining a Change Your World table is going to be priceless. I strongly suggest you to check it out. And it's bigger than this talk. It's bigger than me, and it's bigger than you, but you can be part of it. So what are you doing today to change your world and to unmute yourself so that everyone can hear you? Thank you so much. And thank you, TestFlix, for having me, and the Test Tribe to having me on this. Good luck to everybody. Have a great one.